another Picture PerFITZ conversations, where I talk to a photo guy, one that I admire or already know. And, we have simple conversations within the whole photography, photo, video, cinema realm. And, today I got a photo guy with me that, I know, but you may, if you don't, you should. You should know. And I'm gonna let him get a chance to introduce himself. I would say, good morning or hello to him, but I think right now we're saying konnichiwa. And I'll let him introduce himself.
What's going on, good world? Fitz, Deandre, D Watkins Photography. Little jet lag from coming back from Japan. So yes, konnichiwa. To all my brothers and sisters out there in the world. How we doing today?
Black, blessed, and highly favored. Only here because of my savior. Hey, Zonas, I'm gonna be drinking coffee this whole entire episode because Deandre made me wake up super early to record this one. So, as you consistently see me drink coffee, don't judge me. I just gotta make sure I'm caffeinated for this. Even though it's gonna be an easy conversation, 'cause this is my guy right here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Don't blame me for the coffee.
My first scripted question that I like to ask D is it's a playoff of my favorite movie of all time, and that's Brown Sugar, where the main question in the movie was, when did you fall in love with hip hop? So of course, like you just said, I jacked it, I repurposed it. And my question is, when did you fall in love with photography?
Huh. So when I've always loved art. I've always had a passion for art, but I could never draw. As a kid, you can scribble, you can get little stuff, in high school, you'll have an art class. Like, oh, I got a little talent, but that was like directional talent from a teacher. Where when I got older, I started looking at photography a lot differently. I started looking at it like, oh, I like this aspect of the art world compared to the paints, the pencil and the ink drawings out there where I can draw with light instead to create what I'm looking for, to create something that's a little bit more memorable and lasting. Um, so yeah, I got my first digital camera way before I actually started learning photography. Um, and then in college, while I was still in there, I started taking some film classes. Rather than digital, because I wanted to learn the aspects of photography, learning the process, learning how to look at light differently. So I went through a lot of rolls of film with nothing on them, whether it was too much light, not enough light, trying to burn, and whatnot. And it was just a process. Everything was just a process, and I enjoyed it. I stuck with it. I loved it, and I still have 2 film cameras to this day.
Yeah, you still shoot with him?
I haven't shot one for a while. I need to get back into it. I know it's starting to become a niche again, with a lot of people getting film cameras, whether it's the waist down, shooting from the hip, or actually having a physical one. I have 2. It's the infamous Canon AE1 and the
Okay.
the X700. Crap, I cannot remember the brand of it, but yeah, I got those 2.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I got one from my pops. I think it's a Minolta, and
That's what it
it
is.
needs
I'm on
some
up with.
Minolta.
Yeah.
Yeah, classic. But it needs some repair. I think the mirror's broken on it, so I haven't. I should have took it to the camera store this week since I've been off. But I agree with you on getting on that film train. I never studied it or even dabble with it, so I'll be starting at ground zero.
Oh, so you would just pick up a digital camera and start shooting a YouTube, huh? That type of person.
Yeah, I'm that photographer. Yes. I started photography in 2013, 2012.
around the same
So
time I
you're a
did.
little more polished than me. Oh, and
I I
you started
mean
around the
that's
same time and picked up.
that because growing like when I got into the photography world and the community, I
Yeah.
was able to find two mentors um that
Mm,
specialize in different things. My first mentor, his name David Eldridge, Picture Me Perfect. He brought me in to do weddings. I started doing weddings as his second shooter, around the city of Detroit. And to the point where he will start sending me to doing weddings or events that he wasn't able to do because his work schedule, and I had the day off. And then my second mentor, George Mitchell, he was specialized in portraits photography, and also he was getting into food photography. So he taught me on the aspects of being more perfectionist, more like he'll actually shoot a couple test shots and delete everything and start from the
mm,
beginning once he find out what he got. Once he his mark, that's his starting point. He don't keep the befores. He will righteously delete those first
yeah.
10, 15 images, and once he has his shot, that's where he starts. That's his point, you know.
Really?
Yeah. Which I need to
Yikes.
actually get back to going into because you have a lot. Sometimes people like their mistakes. Sometimes people don't like the mistakes that they see and be like, why did I start like this? You know. Yeah,
I think it's important. I mean,
we're all like that.
I won't I won't knock the process. Everybody has their way, but definitely, I mean, as you've seen for me, like I can spray initially, and then it allows me to get to a place where I feel very, very comfortable and confident in. But I don't discount that because that was necessary to get me there. So I actually cherish those. And then typically those are the ones that I share because I like to share like glow up or grow up minutes or images that people can see. They don't maybe necessarily know the history, but that's the ones I'm most proud about.
Mm, I understand. I completely understand. I
But you're
I
a
mean I shared it
perfectionist and
all.
you're great,
I
so
share it all. People see it all. Um, but yeah, I completely understand.
you don't you don't share it. Tell the people your love hate relationship with Instagram.
My love hate relationship with Instagram is that
Don't
I
get my
would
show
rather
canceled
have my
before I get
model or my
started.
client post. Okay. I mean if I post, cool. No, people will see it. But if they post and they collab with me, more people will see it because they want to put the stuff out there more. Yes, I grant it. I'll share it in my stories. I'll share it, I'll share other people's stories. I'll share other people posting my stories. But me posting is where it's really the toughest for me because you try to plan something out and it doesn't mentally click the way in your head. Most people, oh, I'll just post it. Yeah, sometimes you just post it, but then you get obsessed with it. And I'd rather not get obsessed with
Mm,
anything.
yeah, I agree. It's definitely addictive, and it's definitely a way to navigate through that. Kind of keeps you sane. It doesn't ruin your day or doesn't have you too high on your day where you kind of feeling yourself. So you do have to find that middle ground, and everybody's middle ground may differ. So I completely understand that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but you're being a little too politically correct for the people. But I'm gonna let you have it right now because I know how you truly feel. So you stay polished, but you better start giving me some real.
So real. I'm not doing reels, man.
Yeah.
That takes up time and effort. And then a lot of times
I feel
I
you.
don't use CapCut. I literally don't use CapCut. So I literally go through Adobe Premiere, whether it's on my phone or it's on my computer. Mostly on my computer, on my laptop. And then by the time I finish, I just send it to, I honestly, I send it to my model. I let them do what they want to do with it. If they post it on social media anywhere, they post it on social media. If not, it's just sitting in the graveyard until they resurrect it. No,
You say that
especially for
so
some of the fast, huh?
so confidently.
Even for say the fashion shows, we both do pictures and video for the shows, correct?
Right.
Whether
Yeah.
whether you're doing it on your Instago or your DJI, or I'm doing it on my second camera, hitting
Pocket
record for
joint
each walk.
in,
You know,
in the pit with Fitz. Stay tuned.
self plugging. Oh Lord. So we both would, send out the videos. I do for each designer. I don't do the whole show because that's a lot of memory. So I'll do each designer. I don't cut it up, but I will bring down the quality just a little so the file's not as huge. So when I send them out, people
Yep.
can just pull from where they at. And then, as you know, I also take the extra time to label each folder or each video for that designer so people can easily find themselves instead of going through 20 videos like, oh, is this the right one? Oh, is this the right one? Oh, this is another performance. Or, oh no, this was the last designer. So I take
He's
the
talking
extra
about me,
time
ladies
out
and gentlemen.
to help the people. A lot of people appreciate it. A lot of people do. Some people still ask questions, but I literally, when I send it to them, I let them know, hey, everything's been separated so you can find yourself. So you're not sifting through 5,000 images or 2,000 for you, if that, trying to find yourself.
I agree. The file management portion. I mean, I've taken a lot of tips and tricks from you in that regard. I don't do it for like fashion weeks per se, unless it's a lot of designers and it's very chaotic, then I will try to do that. Oftentimes the reason why I don't do it is because the production doesn't do a great job of ensuring we have all the information of who's who. And then if I gotta scramble to find out who the designer is and, all this extra info, like I don't bother. I just find who I can find, send it out to them and hope and pray. I'll send it to the producers and let them do their just due. But when a production is organized, then I organize. If a production is chaotic, I match energy. So a lot of shows out here are very chaotic. So I just match the energy. Keep it going. If they're not as concerned about being well polished, I'm not concerned with delivering them well polished and well organized products. The products are going to be good because I shot it, but I'm not going to organize it for you and try to figure out unless I know the designers. And you do it enough, you start to learn some of these creatives. But if it's people I don't know and trying to figure all that out, I don't have time for that.
No,
But I've learned
I
that from you as far
I
as the
agree on that one.
organizing part.
I agree on that. I totally agree. Um, it's definitely difficult not only trying to figure out the designer, especially if they don't have a full list, even for the audience to know
Yes.
who's who, or even a backdrop to show,
Yes.
because I do to start to know my differentiation between designers. I'll take that opening shot with their logo on the screen. So that way I know this is where it
100%.
starts. And then of course the final walk is where the last ones are at. So I know where to stop and start for each one. It's even
And
more
that's
difficult.
that's pretty easy. That's pretty easy. Sorry to cut you off, but you made a great point of the photographers will take pictures. If your Instagram handle isn't the same as was published, you're making it more difficult. More times than none, it is, but those ones that want to have a completely different Instagram than what it is, you make it difficult for people to find you at the end of the day. Sorry to cut you
That's
off.
I wholeheartedly agree with that. It's too many designers, publications, and also models that has a different name than what they would tell you or what they would display. So you'll look for such and such designer, but they have a whole different name or a whole different layout of how they spell it. And you're like, damn, is this the right
Yep.
person? Is this the right? I don't want to tag the wrong individual. For example, there's two
Yep.
different Asian fashion weeks because there's Asian Fashion Week in New York and there's Asian Fashion Week LA, which are two different brands
Yeah.
based. I've seen a model tag the wrong LA fashion, Asian Fashion Week, and they end up blocking her because she ended up tagging the New York one and not the LA one, and they blocked her.
Mm,
Like, damn. Well, that's what happens when you got two
terrible.
different entities, with the same name with two different letters at the end.
Uh, here's a tip from Picture PerFITZ conversations. If you have that, just put an underscore and then whatever city you're in after that. That really solves all the problems. If there's a Picture PerFITZ in LA and Picture PerFITZ in North Carolina, my North Carolina entity, I'm sure I put an underscore NC, so there's no questions on who you're tagging. Update your handles so people can find you. That's really it, especially with fashion shows. There's thousands of people running around. There's a lot of chaotic shit going on. Um, right, like that. If, in order to get the images and the videos on time, you gotta be findable. If I can't do a simple search and look for you, then update your Instagram handle. Like make it appropriate for what you're doing modeling, if that's your thing, right? Like make yourself findable.
That's true. Yeah, yeah. That's why I
Sorry.
changed my handle. My handle was like D_Watkins photography. And I was like, you know what? Let me just make it all one. So it's easier. So it's
Yep.
people type it, it could just pop up. It's not just like, oh, what
Yeah.
is it? D_W. No, it's just all one word.
Yep.
Because I found
Yeah.
that nobody had
It
it
goes back.
years ago. Hmm?
It goes back to the origin of the phone book, man. Why people would all the people names was in the A's and AA. You know what I mean? So
Right.
that they were easily findable when you open the phone book. It's the same concept, but in a digital format. So how can
Y-
you best simplify it so that people can find you quickly?
Yep. Very true. Very,
Yeah.
very true.
I
What's the next
appreciate that,
question,
brother.
man?
That was
I'm
good
liking this.
insight.
This cool. This
Yeah, this is what we do, man. Welcome to the Picture PerFITZ conversations, man. My next scripted question is you kind of answered it a little bit, but go a little to detail about your first camera, and specifically, did you find that camera or did that camera find you? You can interpret that how you feel.
So my first official digital camera was a Kodak point and shoot. Mind you, point and
Okay.
shoot, very little features on it. It has the action mode, the flower, the low light, all that. I started playing with it. And at the time, it's like when I really was playing with it, because I was like, okay, let me learn ghosting. When you do a slow shutter and and you quickly move out and it look like, the ghost effect, you know, and
Yep.
whatnot. I get back home, my connection just ass trash.
Yo, this shit is weak. Open up a window or something.
I'm gonna open you up. Um, so I ended up moving towards a Nikon D5000. That was my first amateur, semi-professional amateur camera. I had the D5000 Nikon with the 18 to 55 kit. And of course, just like any other of your first images, they are ass trash backwards. If I was to bring
Yeah.
those up, you'd be like, what in the hell is this?
I should ask you to bring one up, but we'll wait.
No, because those are on a hard drive that I
Uh,
no, I think those got corrupted. So it was back at a time when
mm,
if you were into pirating,
weren't we
you
all?
yeah. So you ran that case. So I got hit with a virus that affected a lot of my image files, and I lost a lot of them. I
Mm,
was heated.
okay.
So yeah, a lot of my early work is gone. Unfortunately, can't
Okay.
share with the world.
Sounds like sabotage, but I get
Unless you can find me on Facebook, good luck, because I don't
it.
accept everybody. Um, so yeah, the
So
D
you
five
found the
thousand,
Nikon camera.
yeah. So D5000 my first Nikon camera. I did some research, and from there it's just like wanderlust. So I went to I got a 35 mil, 50 mil, and just upgraded my body. So my next body was a uh D 77,000, 7100. Yeah, D 7100 was my next
Okay.
upgrade. Um into moving in that. So I was having two bodies, and whatnot. And then I just further upgraded. So now I now have a Nikon D750, D850,
Go ahead and
and a
flex on them.
Z6 and
Flex
a
on them.
Z6
Flex on them.
III. Huh? You flex on
Flex on them. Flex on them.
them. The Z6 III,
And don't
which
forget that
all
other
three I
one.
love. All
Mention
three
that.
of my
Mention.
so I love all three of those. All three of them has a purpose, whether it's video, wedding, no portraits or weddings, what I'm doing. My fourth big boy that I finally got that I love, which is not even
Damn. Four.
which is still a step, no, not where I want to be. I got the GFX 100, 100
Which is
megapixel
crazy that it's
Fujifilm.
not where you want to be.
No, because my dream
I hear you. I hear you.
is so my dream
Hey,
camera.
go stand next to a phone tower, man.
So my dream camera is a phase one. I've used it. I
Medium
played with it
format.
in the yes, it's a medium format, 200 megapixel back. Um, details are crazy. It has built Capture One built into it, so you can edit on the go.
Does
It
it?
has a built-in hard drive with the capability to extend on memory, so you can have that
I didn't know
extra
that.
space and whatnot for shooting. I think it's a 1 terabyte hard drive built in.
All camera manufacturers, please start making cameras with built-in storage. Please. I think Hasselblad does that too. Why is that not common for everybody else? I'll pay an extra 400 if you put a terabyte in there.
No, I would too. That would solve a lot as far as not having to delete everything right off the back, or the rising cost of hard drives and whatnot in this
Yeah.
day and age.
Or just even consistently having to buy SD cards. Like I have the DJI Osmo or the Osmo Nano, and it
Yeah,
has internal storage. And I've never experienced anything like that where it has 107 gigabytes. I record all the video I need for my BTS. I dump it, swipe it clean, boom, I got 107 again. Like on an action camera. That should be a thing in a digital mirrorless camera as well. Why not? I know you can do it.
yeah.
Canon, Sony, Nikon, all y'all. What's up, man?
They can do it all right. They can definitely, but they don't want to. They see it as cost efficient. They want to have you spend all this extra money um to buy hard drives, to buy memory. Speaking of memory, this is
Cause they making the memory
my memory
cards.
cards. Had three right here. All of them just like 512, 256. Because then you go past 512, then you talking about $1,000 per card.
I just bought some 512s for my R5C, and I had to do some research because I had to invest in a different brand than what I normally, because it was like $100 cheaper. I might
Yeah.
take a risk, but man, I'm not paying. It's 512, so they $400. Like
Yep.
I can't consistently pay $400 for a fucking memory card. That's crazy. When it used to
Man.
be like 200, 150.
Exactly. And then a 10 terabyte, 20 terabyte hard drive is the price of rent these days.
Oh yeah. And I joked with you and I was telling you, like, I had to pull out the old trusty. I had to pull out the Lacey.
At least the rigged joint.
Cause yeah, cause the SSDs, man, listen, I keep going through a terabyte two here, and that's $300 every time. $400 every time. Man, I can't keep doing that for one or two. And this Lacey here is four terabytes, but it's a hard
Yeah.
drive. It's extra slow though. Yesterday was the first time I put some shit on there. It took me 20 minutes to export 400 photos. 20 minutes.
Oh wow.
With an SSD, that shit probably takes a minute and a half.
No, that's true.
Okay, maybe 3 minutes.
That is true.
So crazy. Times are spooky, man. Hey, I appreciate that. You alluded all your cameras. The scripted question was just for the first. So I appreciate you giving a great idea of everything in your kit. Why do you consistently choose Nikon over other brands?
I don't know. One of the things that maybe because this is what I started with as a brand. Because I had other brands, I shot with other brands, but Nikon has been what I stuck with. It gives me that old school. It felt old school to me. You know, people always Nikon
Yeah.
sucks, Nikon this, potato that. You know, screw you and you Sony users. You know,
Just
especially
always Sony.
the ones
F
that's
those
just
guys.
jumped on a bandwagon. Within the last couple years,
Facts.
that wasn't there in the beginning when they had to buy 8
Talk to him.
batteries
Talk
and deal with
talk to
overheating.
him. Talk to him. We remember those days.
People like to bandwagon and jump on.
Sony
Oh, well, look at the
fanboys.
low light. Look at this. But a camera is a tool.
Look at the ibis.
Exactly. A camera is a tool. Use that tool to the best ability that you know how to use it. So if I love Nikon, no, I shoot with Nikon. I shot with Panasonic. I had a GH
GX7.
X85. It was one of the smaller
Oh
micro 3/4 what they had, 5/3 or whatever.
yeah.
Um I've used that for years as my secondary video camera. I will set that up and just let it record shows. I've used that on travel. It was perfect travel size camera. The little 12 to 64
Yeah.
millimeter lens. It was perfect. I used it. I used it the best way I used it. I loved it. And I just recently got rid of it because I was upgrading to the Z6 and bringing in the GFX into the
Flex
systems.
on, flex
You
on.
know, so I particularly just like Nikon. I mean, they take their time. You see now that the Sony FX5 is out, and I'm seeing ads all over the world. I don't even follow nothing Sony, but I've seen about 7. I've seen the official ad,
100.
and I've seen about 6 or 7 pop up on Instagram of people talking about the FX5. I don't even care about Sony, but it shows up, and I'm just like, damn. Or it
Yeah.
was always people that was riding shit about Nikon that was popping up, and I'm like, oh, okay, Oh, what do you shoot with? Oh, not Sony. Why do you shoot with Sony? Oh, because this, and the third. But why do you shoot with Sony? Did you
Yeah.
try out other cameras beforehand? Because I've seen people that will get Sony and they will go back to Nikon, go back to Canon, or go back to they'll pick up a Leica. They'll pick up the other Fuji
Lumix,
films. They'll pick up the other what's that brand?
the Lumix.
Yeah, yeah. They'll leave Sony. They'll be like it was cool, but it's not for me. It's okay,
Yeah,
but it wasn't what I was looking for. So sometimes, as they say, the
yeah,
grass isn't always greener on the other side.
for
No,
sure. It's
like you
really, it's
said,
really like it's really like a car, getting a car, like Honda, Toyota, Nissan. They're all great cars. It's really about what you like, what model. They're all gonna get you to your destination. Some of them may, you know, have different interior, different electronics inside. The HUD may be different. The lighting display may be different, but they're all great cars. It's really on your preference.
oh yeah, yep,
Okay.
all the
And even
time.
with Nikon, merging with Red. Like they've evolved over the years and have become more current and more appealing
Hmm.
to those newer shooters. Because I think for me coming up, I always looked at people that shot with Nikon were traditionally taught on how to do photography, but that may have shifted over the years because of how they advertise and how they market their products, and with the acquisition of Red or the merger with Red, I think they kind of expanded their target audience for sure.
I agree. And with the step up between acquiring Red, which a lot of stupid people were making videos just for social media, be like, "Oh, I'm throwing my Red camera away." Da da da. Da. Like, why? You spend all that money on that equipment, and just because a company is
Yeah,
acquired by another company, you think it's just gonna become ass. Wait, don't follow a trend. Don't follow behind other people.
yeah,
Give it time. And you look what they did. They came out with the Nikon ZR, and it's literally
yeah.
one of the top of the line cameras out there for people to shoot with. And then
Less
also
and
the
it's like less than $2,000.
yeah, and then you got the Z6 III that came out before that was top of the line and what their video aspects were. And like
Yep.
they had videos on that and shit. People was I seen somebody that I know, she was part of the set. They was using a Z6 III, and he running and gunning with that boy. I'm like, oh shit. So and it's a 24 megapixel camera. So it's not on their high end like the
Yeah.
Z9 or Z8 or even a Z7. I would love the Z9. I would love the Z8. I would love to have those, but you know, I'd rather have a little bit more wiggle room as far as mobility with the Z6 that allows me.
No, I agree. I like
But
that.
yeah,
Shout out to all the Nikon shooters out there. It's canon for life, but I salute the Nikon guys. The Nikon shooters are true shooters. Sony, I don't know where you at. Like you said, some people just jumped on the bandwagon. I don't know if they really love this shit or not. But Nikon shooters, you real ones. Lumix, if you got a Lumix camera, you a real one. Cause you stuck with Fuji, you shoot with Fuji, you a real one. You Sony shooters are weird.
nah, I got some brethrens that are straight Sony shooters. And I got a brethren that's a Sony, but also has a
Weird
Lumex.
behavior.
He loves the open gate. And guess what? Did the
Yeah,
new Arsa FX5 does? Oh, it shoots open gate now. Everybody want to shoot open gate,
yeah,
following what Lumex. Nobody else was shooting open gate. Oh, it uses the full sensor. What after such and such did it?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, we want to introduce a
yes, indeed.
3.5. Not exactly a 4 like the ZR, but we'll give you a 3.5. We'll give you a big screen. It's not a 4-inch, but a 3.5 is good.
Yeah, it's bigger than what it was.
Because even like when
Hey,
Sony,
look.
I think it was the A1 that came out, they had the global shutter. In what
Yeah,
aspect are you going to use that global shutter outside of sports or even in sports? Why would you want to take 100 images, knowing that at 65 whatever megapixels the A1 is at? to be like, I gotta sit here through 30 images of the same shot. 30 to 50
Yeah.
images of the same shot to look for the best motion. I'm not doing that. I
Yeah.
don't have an editor. I'm shooting single shot or maybe 10 shots at most. If I don't got it in them 10 frames, I ain't got it. I don't have an editor to send this stuff off to. I'm the editor. That's why it takes so long for me to give some of these runaway pictures out.
Shout out to all the editors out there in the world. Editors don't get enough praise and appreciation because editing takes a long time, and once you like master a workflow, it still takes time, but maybe you can expedite it. But especially like video editors, salute to you because there's just so many options that you can utilize and really tailoring it and figuring out what to use and what not to use. Like, salute to y'all. From me, from Picture PerFITZ, Mr. Five in the Zone, I have a great appreciation for editors. Photo editors, you still get love. You getting replaced by AI because the photo is a shit, but still rock with you. Hey D, we're going into my next scripted question, because the conversation is going so well. I need you kind of maybe alluded to it, but expound on, or the segment is first shot. All these are plays on photography words because I'm just so great with utilizing words. First shot. And in this segment, I want you to talk about your first opportunity that you received with your camera. Just give us some insight on the first opportunity that you received as a photographer.
It's always my first opportunity, like most anyone, is always your family or your friends. Whether it's like, okay, I just got a new camera, let's go out and do a photo shoot. I don't know shit about this camera.
Bring
I
your
don't know
bring
shit
your
about lighting.
bring your ugly ass over here.
Exactly. Oh, what you want me? I don't give a fuck. I'm trying to learn this goddamn thing.
Do
I
that
didn't do
pose
you,
that you see on the Instagram.
and not the one with your on your hand on your hip and your foot sticking out, your head cocked to the side. No, you got your supermodel images that you do. Come on now. No, but no, yeah, that was my first opportunity. It was my best friend's her cousin and my ex at the time. Um, I really
we
was
won't we
trying to
won't
just
give her
learn,
any props.
just learning my camera. I was just learning, shooting. It was
Yeah.
bright as day, sun just blaring. Didn't know shit about shit. Um,
Yeah.
Actually, I want to
Such
go
beautiful
back.
days.
I want to go back because my first real introduction to DSLR was actually my cousin's boyfriend at the time, or father of her child. He had let me use his camera, and we went out to the fair at the time in San Diego and whatnot. So that was my real first introductory. I was like, oh, I like this. I'm gonna eventually get one. So that was back in
Yeah.
2008. So just after the market crash of that year. I had moved out here to
Mm.
California for about 3 months before I ended up moving back to Detroit. But yeah, that was my first shot. That was my first, and then my first real opportunity, of course, was um coming across a photographer at Detroit Medical Center, and he told me about a photo group on Facebook called Photo Walk Michigan, and I went on my first photo walk. Mind you, people that don't know me, I am a very quiet, shy individual, even as this day and age, and I'm very observant. So I went to the group and whatnot, and then I met. That's where in that group I met some real cool people that I'm still cool with to this day. That's where I met my second
Yeah.
mentor. Um, and that all those opportunities, whether photo walk, we're gonna grab some models, practice shooting, however it was, is really how I learned my craft even more. Um,
Yeah.
And here's a shout out to WPPI if you ever get a chance to go. It's wedding and portrait photographers and whatnot. So it's real big on that. So if you learn a lot, if you ever get a chance to go to one of those initial workshops like WPPI and a few other ones across the world, the US, go to them. You'll
Yep.
meet some dope people. You'll meet some
Okay.
cool you'll probably come across a mentor. You make a new friend. You get some like-minded people. They offer a lot of equipment that you can rent and use during those shows. So if you ever wanted to
Yeah.
try that, Canon 400 mil that costs an arm and a leg, you could do that. You
Ooh,
can you
I
can rent
want
it
it.
out. You can try it. You can take your camera, go to the booth. Oh, let me try that 400 mil. Let me try that. Let me try that 200 to 600. Let me,
Hey,
you know, I got, I
I
got
was
my
on the
big
Canon
boy.
website. I was on the Canon website and looked at it yesterday. That joint 10,500.
No, I got my big boy right here. My 180 to 600 that I use. Um, it's
Okay.
one of them things that
Okay.
you gotta find a
Big stunner.
Say that again. Say it
Big
again, sir.
stunner. Big stunner. Big stunner.
So you don't know the practicality. It's a wildlife lens. It's a sports lens, but I've used it at Newmart because for those that know, Newmart
Yeah.
is a long runway. This was perfect. I was able to capture the models
What's the
further.
aperture on that one?
It
Four
is
five
a
to seven?
5.6 to 6.3.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
So yeah, it's a variable aperture, but I just keep it at
Yeah.
6.3, so it's not fluctuating as I'm zooming. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I was able to capture the models all the way down the runway before they got too close for my focal. So I was like, oh shit, hey, everybody love the close up shots. What a lot of people like to see their walk. If you capture the walk and it looks good, they gonna post the walk. No, you got some people that
For
pose a
sure.
little too much at the end. It's supposed to be 1, 2, 3, go. No,
I,
or
I like
or or
five
it's
because just in
or it's two
case.
poses. Two poses. Keep it going. Don't hold up. And then at the end of the walk, continue walking. You got
Yeah.
that one person. I know this is off subject, but yeah, you got that one person that would pose at the end for the final walk, and not everybody's posing.
Yeah.
Terrible, terrible
At
court.
a minimum, at a minimum, models, if you're listening, front, side, back. You want to give good shots of the clothes, right? It ain't necessarily about you. You know that already. But a good shot for photographers to get from the front, maybe from the side, there's details, and then the back. So looking over the shoulder. A lot of times we're not just telling you to look over your shoulder, look at your butt. You probably have a nice one, not sure. But we're really trying to get the designs from the back because designers take a lot of time to create these magical pieces. And if they have designs that need to be highlighted from the back, we need you to stop and look over your shoulder and give us that show and give us that shot. Just all for the young models out there, or even the old ones. Chime in if I'm wrong.
Oh yeah, yes sir.
I like it. We could talk about that for days because you already know where we stand on that.
No, that's a whole
On the
nother.
runway, you get 5 shots from me.
Yeah, Courtney does 5 shots. If you don't do it well in those 5 shots, you might only get 3. You get one walk,
You might.
one pose,
That's
maybe
it.
one walk,
That's
two
it.
poses. That's it. If you like
That's
you,
it.
you might
I
get
said I'm
7.
Yeah, because the motion blur, I might give you 2 or 3 shots attempts on the walk. Make sure I get a solid foot shot up in the air, coming right off the ground. And when you pose, I'm gonna aim for 2 solid shots, maybe 3, depending on you. But if you don't give me no energy, you're just gonna get no walking shots. Keep it peace and deuces.
Hey, I will at least give you 15 to 20 per model. That's a couple shots of you walking with your front foot forward. And if you don't overpose at the end of the runway, but you also got some models that aren't always there for practice, so they step a little bit too close, and now the light is hot as ever on them, and your settings is not set for that. So now they look like
Facts.
they've been stepping into the sun for the first time, and like an albino child, in
Yeah.
the pictures, and you like, why my pictures so? Why did you step past the cutoff spot? The good spot was right there.
Facts. Right there. Probably had an X on it, depending on the experience level in the building.
That's a whole nother conversation, sir.
I like it. Hey, next scripted segment is in a flash. I've been working on my freestyling skills, so I didn't write anything down. But I'm gonna ask you a couple things, and you just give me a this or that. So the segment is in a flash. So camera brand, I'm gonna test you right now. Fuji or Nikon, this or that in a flash. Which one you picking?
Fuji.
Why is that, sir? When you have so many Nikons.
Only because I've always wanted a medium format, and Nikon is not there just yet in that level. I love my Nikons, don't get me wrong, but it's something about having that type of, tank in your hand as far as the Fuji goes. And like, damn, what kind of camera is that? Not everybody sees it or everybody knows of it. Or, people know of it, but not everybody have seen it. So whereas a Nikon, you're like, oh, is that a Nikon? Oh, is that a Sony?
As we were.
I
This or that. This or that. Nikon,
okay.
Fuji. You pick Fuji. Explain yourself. All the Nikoners out there are upset at you.
So people will see it like, oh, Nikon. Everybody, oh, is that a Nikon? Is that a Sony? Is that a Canon? Oh, but they see this, they're like, oh, what kind of camera is that? What is that? It's different, especially for studio work, and just having that quality to be able to like, you know what? I can cut and crop this and be perfect, and whatnot. So
Yep.
it's great. I like working with it because I use, like I said, I use my Nikon for everything. My Nikons are my work horses, but using my Fuji is
Yep.
like bringing out that one rare car for the weekend.
The big bazooka.
Yeah,
The red Corvette.
exactly. All right, this or that.
So easy. This or that. In a flash. You're a photographer. This or that. Strobe or continuous light?
Strobe. Strobe is what I always learn to work with. It's a little harder to control over continuous, so it's a learning curve. Not everybody can do it. My biggest thing is learn to adjust. So if you want to do it at full power or do it at its lowest power, and just see, and then decrease or increase to find your medium. Especially, if you're learning high sync flash, that's a bigger learning curve because you can't pop as you were if you just doing regular flash. If you're doing high sync, it's a higher output, so it takes time. So if you do high sync at full power, it's going to take a second compared to full power at regular syncing. Or you want to shoot. Oh man, I want to burn out. I want the skies be there, but I got to bring my model back. Sometimes use an ND filter. As you know, use an ND filter, regular flash, keep it at a shuttle, small shutter speed, a slower shutter speed, 200, 180, whatever, 100. And just throw a reflector on there. Don't do a soft box. I mean, everybody wants soft, but sometimes don't be scared of hard light. I got three I got the standard 7, I got the long throw reflector, and I got the magnum reflector. Each one does its different things. I love each one of them for what they do. So if I
Yes,
take them
sir.
out, it's on a bright sunny day, use an ND
Yeah.
filter, pop that reflector on, I'm good to go. I'm good,
Yes,
sir.
sir. I like it. Last one in the flash, this or that. As an experienced photographer, get the opportunity to photograph a fashion show in either LA or New York in a flash. Which one you picking?
I'm gonna have to say New York. As much as I hate flying
Hey,
flying East Coast with my equipment, I've done it twice. Um, and I've had some good experience with some of the shows out there. Actually, it was a couple of shows I wanted to do the last time I was out there in New York. Only the terrible thing about there's some good shows in LA, granted, but the
yeah,
market is so oversaturated with shows right now is that they do them outside the fashion week because there's so much competition during fashion week. And when it's fashion week,
yeah.
we take it as fashion month. There's usually something
Month.
the whole month of fashion week, that so and then it
Facts.
shows outside of that. So granted you'll see some of the same people at some of these other shows that they are, or they're the hot favorite, so everybody try to look for them. Whereas trying to do a show in New York or doing a show in New York, your exposure is a little different. You're not the hot commodity photographer
True.
out there. You might run into some people out there in fashion, New York Fashion Week, but you're
Yeah,
not you're not that guy out there. Outside your
yeah,
city, you're not that guy. Um,
yeah.
so people might look at me like, "Oh, everywhere I am that guy." They don't know you. Unless you physically had a conversation with some of these people out there, they don't know you.
Facts.
So that's a perfect that so doing things in other cities, states, or countries is very humbling because it
Absolutely.
forces you to look at things differently and look at things in a way that be like, I need to approach things differently. I might be the
Absolutely.
hot shot in LA, but let it come like, oh, I'm gonna do
Yeah,
fashion week in Miami. I've heard crazy stories from other photographers that done fashion week in Miami to where
yeah.
they don't know you, they will bogard you and be in front of your shot. Like they will bully the hell out of you. New York,
They'll do that in
Runway
LA.
7. Runway 7. Great show, not for me. Two pack, too many
Yeah.
photographers in the pit.
Too many people.
It's more photographers than it is actual guests. Last year they fire marshal actually shut them down from one of somebody told me. The year that I went, I was literally stuck on a post. Like I had the perfect spot in my angle, but I was stuck in that corner that I could not move. It was that many people. And if you know of
Mm.
Neo Media, Osceola,
Of
um,
course. What up, Big O? I got
he
O
was
on the
the
show coming up soon. Big O, what up?
He he invited me. So he had a prime spot. He was sitting on the booth seat, so he was higher up and I was in a corner. So he had an opportunity to kind of slide out better than I did. And for me to like go to the bath or even just going to the bathroom in general, bro, they had the backdrop and the route to the bathroom. So trying to squeeze through people. It was horrible. It was just a bad experience on my part. But I would love to
Yeah,
do um Paris or even Tokyo Fashion Week.
for sure. Definitely on the list. I like that. Uh Next scripted section is oh snap. This I want you to talk about some gear or something that you something photography related that you have your eye on purchasing. Oh snap.
Oh snap! So honestly, I can't
You
even say that I have my eye on it. I was gonna throw it in a group chat with you and KB. So I ended up
yeah.
purchasing
Shout out to
two
KB.
um RGBT lights. RGB. I said RGBT. RGB
Mm-hmm.
lights. Of course from
Yep.
GMV, great video maker, which solid lights. So
Very solid. The
to
pro
be
joints.
yeah, I think it's their data 300 watts. They had a sale of buy one
Okay.
get one.
Yes.
So I was like, like,
Two
fuck it,
hundred.
let me take the opportunity. Let me get the opportunity on this and jump on them. Piece of gear that I'm looking at is the phase one. But ain't
Yeah.
anybody got 65 grand for that camera right now.
Oh, that's all.
Oh, you got 65 grand I could borrow?
Uh, no. I try to get you to give me a pocket DJI 4 for 900. You think I'm gonna give you 6,500?
65. I didn't see. I ain't say 65. I say
Eh.
65,000. Six five
Oh,
three zeros.
1,000?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you said 6,500. Oh no,
No,
that's too much. Start with a
65,000.
Hasselblad. Get a Hasselblad first, man.
I was looking at the Hasselblad. I was looking at that at the D2. That one, that's a
Yep.
very good one. That's their newest one. So if I can ever never get the hassle, if I can never get the phase one, the hassle would be back. It would be secondary. I've always been
100%.
interested in
Yeah.
and work on,
Yeah.
and that's all it is.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
three separate.
Big dollars. Y'all go ahead and support Deandre on his journey so that he can get that $65,000 camera. And he's only shooting cute people. So if that ain't you, no disrespect, but 6,500 is too much to go in a hole to shoot your ugly ass. So cute people only. Just joking.
No,
Sort
there's
of.
something like that
I
would
like it.
be barely take
Yeah.
those out, and
Yeah. Studio only.
you don't.
For sure.
You look at it and you look
100%.
at your friends are
Yeah.
just
Shout out to
rapidly
the
shoot,
Fitzes.
or
Yeah.
just no. That's all I
Yeah.
got.
No, 100%. The different cameras serve different purposes. So, I mean, that's great for somebody that may be watching this that don't understand that. They look at all cameras as the same, or even as potential, clients, asking a photographer what kind of gear that they have or interested, right? Like certain photographers have certain gears for certain things. So, being aware of that or just getting some insight on that is very valuable and kind of can help stop some of the heartache that maybe we having to explain ourselves. So absolutely. I like it. Oh snap. We getting a
Oh
$65,000
snap!
camera in oh snap. Describe your shooting style using 3 movies.
Mm,
You talked about you're on the darker side, so I'm expecting darker movies. Or I
mm.
could be wrong. This is a good question, I know. Shout out to the Picture PerFITZ conversation.
Lady in Black.
Lady in Black. Okay.
That's a low key Daniel Radcliffe movie. If you never got into it, I want to say Scott
I like
Pilgrim versus the World, because I like
who?
to be a little animated in my colors and creativity. Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Okay. Perfect. Okay.
Um,
Third, last one. Describe your shooting style. Utilizing 3 movies.
oh, you know what? I'm gonna have to go with a parody on this one. I'm gonna have to say kind of like um either Scary Movie or I'ma Get You Sucker.
Love it. I'm gonna get you sucker is for those that are 35 and up for sure. Good choice. Great fucking choice. I love that. Okay. Briefly, explain why you chose all 3 of those.
I chose all 3 of those because I'm actually doing a concept kind of based off of Lady in Black, or even
Okay.
if you have seen it recently, Lady in the Yard, which is a good movie
Mm-hmm.
about suicide. If you ever seen that, it's a black movie. Um,
Let me see.
that's a good one. Lady in Black is a good movie. Like I said, Daniel Radcliffe, outside of Harry Potter world. Um,
Hmm.
I'm gonna get you sucker because it's a classic. Having that classic feel,
Classic.
just you know, my shooting style is a little bit more on the old school style. I don't like shooting from the hip. I like to take my time and look at it. And then a lot of times, just like I said, the parody side of it is just making the fun of just enjoying things. And what did I say my second one was?
The pilgrimage.
Oh, the Scott Pilgrim. Yeah, because Scott Pilgrim. Um, just having fun, just enjoying. I mean, it's a lot in that movie as far as like the characteristics, the wittiness of the characters, and just how it's just out there, and and fun, enjoyable movie, and it's fun, enjoyable read as well if you want to read the books.
Yeah.
And a video game too.
Okay.
They made it. I don't know if you can find it anymore, but the video game is just as fun as well.
Okay. We had to check that out. I like it. Described your shooting style using 3 movies. Great movie selections. I haven't heard those yet. Definitely a fan of that final one. I'm the big I probably picked up the camera one to be a filmmaker because of the Wayne's family. So anytime they are celebrated or shouted out, I love them, all of them. Especially Damon is one of my favorites, and Keenan. Especially in those days like you just mentioned. Keenan
Yeah.
was the center point. So my love for one to be a writer, producer, director because of the Wayne's family, and to work with my family and my brothers because of them. So I like that. Good choice. Final frame, closing remarks, my friend, on the Picture PerFITZ conversation. Give advice to yourself starting out. What would you tell yourself? The guy that just picked up that new digital or that new film camera, and is set to embark on a journey. What would you tell them? Knowing what you
Uh,
know now.
what I do now is study those around you, study those that was before you, whether that direct style. Look at magazines. Don't just look at the pictures, but actually decipher the images that in front of you. Understand what light they're using, what could possibly been different. And this day of
Yeah,
AI, it's hard to tell, but in the form
yeah,
of digital life or film and photography,
yeah,
understanding light and how it affects and how you can warp it is one of the best ways of understanding your craft. If you understand how
100%.
light can be bent around you to create your subject, there's nothing
Yep,
that can hold you back. There's no
100%.
understanding your Tuscans, your fluorescence, your floodlights, what
Yep,
color they would be at, your shutter speed, your aperture, your ISO, and just
absolutely.
finding those friends who are there with you and not there to be using you as a stepping stone or to further themselves in their craft. But every time you come up as something greater, they are there to, in my book, crab in a bucket mentality. They will rather pull you
Right.
back down instead of just help lifting you up to the next step and knowing that you're going to bring them with you. So yeah, my best advice to give to my former self or people that's picking up the camera, find that community. Find that community that is there to
Yes, sir.
push you to be great no matter what. So if you have that
Yep.
opening to be like, oh man, I got the opportunity to shoot for Vogue. Don't have that friend that be like, ugh, I don't even think it is Vogue. That might be a fake email. Don't listen to him. That's not your buddy.
Yeah,
That's not your partner.
100%. 100%. I agree. Community definitely uh enables creatives to find their voice, their eye, their sound, their confidence, like a Fitzer, or anything in that regard. Or you're just taking moments out to really just sharpen your tools and your craft. So I would tell my beginning self that as well. I probably had it, but I was hesitant because I don't trust too many people. But now that I'm a little more confident in my ability and what I know, what I don't know, I definitely try to surround myself with creators like yourself, and which we have, and which we'll continue to do, because it is important, you know, and it expedites a process. And where it may have taken me 14 years to learn X, Y, and Z, in a community, it may take you a year or two. So you
That's
save
true.
13, 12 years,
That's true.
so I like it. That was a good final frame, my friend. That was a great conversation, and I don't want to end the conversation without telling the Picture Perfect zoners and listeners out there where they can find you and where they can tap in with you. So give them your socials, websites, or whatever you need for them to tap in with you. The floor is yours, Mr. Photo God.
Mr. Photo Guy. I feel like I'm at an event. Hey, photo man. Hey, photo man, come take my picture. Uh,
Yo, photo.
but no.
I put the God on it though. Ain't no man put the God on it. Photo God.
So you can find me on Instagram at D Watkins Photography, all one word, DWATKINS Photography. Um, what else? I'm my website, dwatkinsphotography.com. It's under construction as of right now because I'm working on another project, but you can still go through, see some of my images. Do weddings as well. D Watkins Photography Wedding, all one word. You can also see it on my profile page with all my other links, my travel page as well, Through the Lens Travel. So I'll be posting some new pictures from Tokyo. Not a lot. I go for the experience. I don't take a lot of
Hey,
pictures. Uh, and
hey.
yeah, all my socials. Yeah, pretty much there. If it's anything else, Snapchat or Twitter, no, you can't have those.
Yeah, yeah, make sure y'all hit him on the threads. You know what I mean? Sliding his DM real quick. Let him know how much you love this conversation. This
Oh
is
yeah.
Picture Perfect's conversations with my man Deandre, Mr. Watt, the man of the hour, the ruler of the runway, the main event at a wedding, the guy that gets it all done. So I appreciate you, brother, taking time out and having a conversation, a lengthy one, with yours truly, Mr. Forever in the Zone. We talk often, but it's always great to build a community and to talk through some of the things that we talk about often anyway. But definitely wanted to capture it on the pod so that the people can see how great you are that I already know, and they can tap in with you when they need something. But I appreciate you, brother. And until we meet again, probably soon, because we need a Fitzer. You know what I mean?
Oh
Get
yeah.
that community
Hopefully
thing
we can
rolling.
squeeze one in this month. I got too much going on. This month is stupid busy.
Tell Libby to come down. Libby, bring you in and whoever. We need to get that Fitz in. Don't tell me.
Oh yeah, I hit her up. I do need to bring her. She need to get out the house.
Yeah, get out of the house. Hey, Mr. Five in his own Picture Perfect conversations with Deandre. Appreciate y'all listening. Check it out.